everybody! This video is going to walk through how to adjust the settings in your MyMCPS classroom course, aka Canvas, so that your zeros can sync to Synergy as Z's, or you can have a rule that auto sets that lowest grade for a missing assignment to be 50% in alignment with the new grading and reporting guidelines. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on the Grades tab. Selecting Grades in the navigation menu now takes me to my gradebook in Canvas. And I'm going to use a test student today to show you how to first mark an assignment as missing. So to have something count like a Z in Canvas, it's not enough to just put in a 0. You need to tell the student that it's missing. And so in order to do that, you would click on the score. You would hit this little arrow here to open the menu on the right, and that lets you select missing as a status. Unfortunately, there is no keyboard shortcut at this time in Canvas to easily just type in a Z. If you put in a Z, it's going to trigger an error. So this is essentially a Z in Canvas. If the student goes to their grades, there'll be a big missing in red font next to that assignment, even if the score is a 0. And so that lets the student know that it wasn't a score of 0, but instead it's an opportunity to still turn in the work. Now the cool thing is, by doing this, when you now sync to Synergy, this grade will sync as a Z. So that is step number 1. Now let's say it's later on in the marking period. You want to update your grades because at interims, those Z's need to turn to 50% under the new policy. To do that, what you're going to do is click on this little gear symbol. It's a little gear symbol at the top here. And you're going to check this box and you're going to change the percentage to be 50%. So this will automatically apply. So let's say it's a 20-point assignment. It will automatically give the student 10 out of 20 points on that work. Once you hit that update button, it will auto apply to anything that has a missing label on it. So that's really important to put that missing label first, because then it will go through your gradebook and find it and change those scores. You can also set a rule to deduct percentage points. You can set it so that it deducts by day, but just know that this affects anything that you've previously graded. So if you have manually deducted that 10% already, this would deduct it again. So if you've already entered some grades and have already deducted some late penalties, I would not recommend changing this setting now. But if you're just getting started and you want it to apply in your Canvas gradebook, this is an option that's there. So again, this right here is what you need to change to have the missing assignment sync as a 50%. You hit update and then it will auto change those scores. I would recommend leaving the missing tag on the assignment, the status as missing, if the student has not turned it in order to differentiate between a true 50% rule, meaning the student attempted the assignment and gave you work, versus they've given you nothing and it's the new 50% policy. This is a way to differentiate it in the Canvas gradebook. When you sync your grades again, if you've changed it from a 0 to a 50%, the grade will automatically update in Synergy when you press the sync button, which is under Actions. You would choose Sync to SIS, and then you would choose the assignments you would like to sync. You can see the last time you synced an assignment, or if it hasn't been synced at all, to keep track of what's been updated. Just know that if there's a numerical score other than 0, when it goes to Synergy, that missing tag will only make it designated as missing if the score is a 0. The second you put in a numerical score, when it syncs to Synergy, the missing tag goes away. So if you do want that missing code added in Synergy, you would have to like go in and manually enter it in Synergy for now. By then editing using the instructions to edit a synced assignment by turning off that third-party toggle, which I believe a screencast has been made and shared doing that already. I just wanted to make that clear that yes, it will still say missing in Canvas, but if there's a number score other than 0, when you sync it to Synergy, it will not show up as missing in student view, parent view, or like when we pull and look at the grades and it counts the number they're missing in our gradebook, it won't be a part of that total. So just be aware that that is the case, and so you would need to make those edits in Synergy to indicate to a student that that is truly a missing assignment that should still be submitted versus a true 50% rule. So hopefully you guys found this helpful. And if you have more questions, like feel free to reach out to me or others about how to do stuff with Canvas, syncing, and Synergy.